Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer, Dungeon Door Requirement Rule Set Weekly Race. On commentary, we have Dobby and Lexicat. How are you doing?
Not so bad, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you.
So, I think we're going to have a pretty good race today. This is my first time ever seeing DDR live, so I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. But I hear you're what we call a professional.
Yes. I helped make the rule set with Golden Serpinski, who is the original creator. So you might say that I'm somewhat familiar with it.
Oh yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
Put me out here as the guy who made it.
It's
Nah. Alright, so what's our countdown timer at?
Well, perfect. So we should be starting very shortly. Got the go-ahead that we're all set on all fronts. So for those of you who may not have seen DDR rule set before, it's a glitched rule set that's designed to be somewhat between the standard rule set and the No I Am Wrong Warp rule set. It allows for some of the quality of life glitches that exist in OoT, notably some like movement tech that you can use, as well as skipping some minor items. But it aims to try and have it so that the more powerful glitches are not allowed. Notably, you're not allowed to do item manipulation. You're not allowed to do wrong warp. You can't use bomb hovering. You can't duplicate item checks. And a couple of other more minor situational things. And the portion of the rule set that defines it is the door requirements, where you're not allowed to clip into dungeons early. You have to open the dungeon the quote-unquote correct way. And you also have to enter any boss room by opening the door physically. You can't do any boss key skips or any such manner.
Also, the seed is glitchless, and so these are theoretically completable even without these checks, so anyone could go into races and try. And there are ice traps on? Really?
Oh. That's a pretty fun first check to find.
There are ice traps on this setting?
Yep, we have ice traps as it's not major items, so it can be any minor item can be an ice trap.
Oh, so it's not even just 6, it's just it's increased?
It's the whatever the normal amount is, so the
Alright,
normal
it's 6.
6 or 9.
It's 6 then.
Yeah.
I think what we've seen here is Emo sort of skip the Kukri sword chest, only opening the Minos house checks, which is actually hilarious because it means he skipped the ice trap. The only thing of note in Minos house was a big Poe and a bottle, so we'll be able to hand that in once we go adult and, get an actual ball to use. Until then, we can't actually use it because you can't get rid of that out of your bottle.
And at the start of this, we're going to see, before we really get into the DDR aspects of it, DDR still needs some items in order to be able to use most glitches. And so for the most part, the openings can be fairly close to what you'd see in standard seeds. Your goal is just to collect a bunch of items very quickly.
So the hint down there, we only saw Stolen Agony in the Grotto, but the hint down there told us the Pona song is in SFM Adult.
Which could be a fun one for the Gerudo Bridge, but we will see. Nothing to note if you aren't familiar with this hint distribution. We use a very particular one in the DDR rule set. It has 2 Way of the Hero hints. It has 3 what are called named item hints, and has 3 variant hints. The Way of the Hero, we only have 2, partially because they are very powerful in 1S over 5M, and partially because it's frequently we don't end up with that many Way of the Hero items that are in the list. And so we kind of replace those with named item hints. These are hints which we have a predefined list of items which we qualify as good, and it will list it will go and find the location for any one of those random items, and will tell you the general area. And so you might get a hint saying that there might be an Age of the Hero in Deku Tree, for instance. And I'll just let you know that one of those items is in there, but it doesn't tell you which one.
So is it going to say something like, inside Gen's castle hoards hover boots or something?
It won't tell you the item, so just
Oh,
say...
it won't say the item? Okay.
There's something. Originally we had to tell you the item, then we changed it. We should hopefully see one soon. There are 3 of them, so we hope that we come across one very shortly. Exactly what they look like.
Frogs 2 is dead, and our shooting game market is a second ice trap, which is honestly hysterical, because there's 6 ice traps in the whole goddamn scene, we've seen 2 already.
Yeah, 4 minutes in, 2 ice traps, that's a good ratio.
And yes, Fairy it was. They both had Frogs 2 is Nara's love. It's funny.
Ooh, Emo's just found some bomb shoes, which are quite nice. They are going to be able to use those for potentially quite some fun.
And it's on Doki Doki Digging too, which means not all players are going to get to that right away. So this might be an actual time advantage that, like, you know, obviously he'll have a time advantage based on going to Graveyard first, but like, not everyone who goes into Kakariko is going to Ghost Child or even check Dompe. Death Mountain Trail has a required item. There's not a lot of checks, so you find bombs and Zelda's Lullaby and you're basically good.
Ooh. Bombs. Very nice.
Alright, well, Deku Tree paying off then.
Yeah, Deku Tree is very good start. It's unfortunate for Dotsa, since he's opting for the early adult play. He won't be able to grab those right away. And with the DDR rule set, one of the restrictions is that you aren't able to access areas through unintended means, you're not able to access dungeons through unintended means. And in this case means you can't access Deku Tree as adult in this situation.
From what I understand, the only real big differences in what entrances are done are for Spirit and Water, basically. And even then, it's only minor.
Yes, compared to Standard. Yeah, well, Spirit 1 tends to be the same. Shadow tends to be different because DDR allows fire air entry. And
Shadow as well, yeah.
And Water, we allow when you have to open the gate using hookshot, but then as long as you access the entrance to Water Temple while inbounds, any method is fine. So you're able to use obviously Iron Boots, but you can use Gold Scale, you can use Ocarina Dive, you can use Navi Dive. There's lots of options.
So yeah, 2 players finding those bombs in Deku is going to make Emo Soda's... well, it's not that the bomb shoes are less good, it's more that they're just like a catch-up. What it really puts into a weird position is Dotso, because without any explosives, he's going to get a little bit behind here. But we are going to see... our first Kakariko, and yes, of course, he emptied his bottle and got a slingshot of Big Po, so there might be some routing stuff with Lost Forest, or Lost Woods that helps with that.
And at 3, you can, using glitches, you are able to enter Deku Tree as adult. They aren't allowed to be done here, but it is possible to be done, for instance, in No Iron Realm Warp. You can, you skip by the loading zone that loads the Deku Tree entrance properly, and you can get around that. Notably, you can use a hover boost on top.
We have Furore in the bottom of Deku.
Deku Tree is loaded.
Absolutely loaded. I have to imagine in a rule set like this, Furore's is pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty much every rule set, FW is pretty good.
Yeah, varying amounts.
Yeah. It's especially nice it makes you less afraid to have to double dip, dungeons, so it is quite nice.
Yes, Lilac, you can theoretically enter Jabu is an adult, but again, that is also not allowed in this seed because Jabu has to be loaded onto the screen. I didn't actually see... Emo just got fooled. I didn't actually see what song they taught in the windmill.
Long time. Blech.
Is it?
Gross.
Was that... Oh, right, we don't have starting song because, weird egg stuff, so... Yeah.
One benefit to the 1S over 5M, they started with a medallion, so it basically doesn't matter what you get from Deku Tree, it's going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean... Yeah, actually that's true, yeah, because you start with a stone, it could be another stone. Interesting. How frequently is all dungeons required in this rule set, do you say?
Logically required, it does tend to happen somewhat, or at least they're required to do the 3 stone medallions for the Song of Time. Actually required, it's fairly rare. There are tons of glitches that allow you to skip past sections. Notably in Spirit Temple, it can happen, but logically you need Requiem in order to access that, and that can be Song of Time.
Yeah.
But we are able to access that as an adult, so we usually can get around that requirement.
Yeah, I mean you can reverse the wasteland or cross the wasteland normally with even without boots or anything. The question I was asking was more like, outside of standard, which I mean it's the same thing in standard. Requiem might logically lock Spirit, but not always requires a lock on it. But there are other songs that always do, like Nocturne, for example. Is there a way in this rule set to get up to Nocturne to Shadow Entrance without Nocturne?
Oh yes, the most common one that's done is you can do what's called a hook drop jump, where you kind of, I don't know exactly why it works. Dotso might be able to explain better on that front. But you using the hook shot, there's some animation weirdness that causes you to go flying up into the air, and that allows you to land on the scene. And you can use that to get onto the platform that Nocturne would normally land you at.
Perfect. So yeah, so Nocturne can't lock it. Storms could, but you can obviously Ocarina dive into bottom of the well, so that's not a...
It would have to be one of the 2 grottos that you need Song of Storms. Unfortunately, we are not able to set the Song of Storms requirement for those grottos.
Yeah.
No, and I think no rule set is, though I'm not 100% confident on that.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about like songs that can like... We're not talking about logically. Logically locking is almost a useless thing to talk about. I mean, like, it's useful, but not in that sense. More thinking about hard locking. So like 2 Storms grottos, Sun Song for Sun Grotto, I guess.
Frog is true. Tomaltap brings a good point. Frogs 2 could absolutely lock. Even Frogs 1 if it happens to be Song of Storms. It is less likely because of 1S over 5M, so it would have to be something that like you would need for at least 2 medallions, or otherwise
right, because you can
hard required. But it is certainly possible for those. Ooh, egg missing one shot. Feels bad, man.
You could see like first logical bow to deal with I don't know, forest and fire, I guess, because of fire's bow requirement, and the keys are locked in a specific way behind a Zelda's Lullaby check, and then make Zelda's Lullaby required. But although, is there a way for them in this set to do ZL boat ride in Shadow without ZL?
No, if the Shadow ends up being required, they do need to take the boat, so they do need Zelda's Lullaby for that.
I see. Okay, cool.
There we go. So this does have one that we see here. It says Death Mountain Trail is on the hero's path. So that was one of those hints. You might have seen it very, very briefly as Egg was flying through the text boxes. That's pointing us to one of those named item hints that I was mentioning. That is just telling you that there is some item that's pretty good in River.
Chat, did anyone see where the Bolero fire is? Because there was a hint that came up on Dotso's screen about Bolero, and I didn't actually get a chance to see it. Goron Pottery has a second slingshot for us. Not required since our first one is in Big Pose.
So Dotso's doing just did a trick in order to access the Lost Woods. Just a little bit of faster movement tech you can do. So he doesn't have the silver scale, so he's not able to just dive normally. And so he did a clip to get out of bounds and then swim up to it.
Yeah, and then we're getting Mido flip here, and we're gonna see Epona's song here pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure Dotso saw that hint, so I mean, he's prioritizing songs in general, but like definitely prioritizing Epona's here over Child. So, in fact, in a second here, Dotso's going to be the only one who hasn't gone Child to pick up that bomb bag in Deku.
Which will be unfortunate for him. Bombs are a very useful item for a lot of movement tech. So
yeah, almost all the super fast movement tech requires them, right? Like super slide, side hop, mega flip, all that kind of stuff.
One mega misconception we can bring up now that we mentioned the super sliding.
Sorry, hold on. Before you go, Jin just found the third of 6 in the first 15 minutes.
Man.
on Ocarina minigame. That's 3 fools in 15 minutes. That's incredible, honestly. Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Cold shoulder. This deed is giving everyone the cold shoulder.
Oh my god. Okay, go ahead.
So to mention there is a misconception that super slides and Hesses and such are like the be all end all of DDR. That's not actually the case. In total, if you do a full Hess across Hyrule Field and you do it perfectly the first time without buffering, it saves you 20 seconds over backwalking. So just by itself, it's not exactly a make or break thing. That if you aren't able to Hess, you are not able to be competitive. That's not true at all. It's just kind of a nice thing to have instead of it being like a kind of requirement. It's much more important is to be able to understand the logic and know where to go.
That makes sense. Speaking of bottom of the well way of the hero, which means we're probably going to see some... Ooh, fire arrows. That can get us into shadow too. Once we find some magic at least. But we're probably going to see... Oh, Fenny, did you see the... It's on OoT? Okay, perfect. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to say, oh, OoT is Bolero before actually saying it. Okay, so probably not all dungeons, and if people can Ocarina dive into bottom of the well, they can probably get a pretty early item from that. Still need to find Zelda's Lullaby for all the access, but they have bombs, so they can do at least half of it right now.
I think most of our players here would also likely know how to blank A, and so they could theoretically get every check in there. Or I think with bombs, they would be able to get every check.
What would they do?
It's blank A, so it's a trick where you interrupt. You interrupt the animation where you crawl into like a crawl space. You interrupt that by like throwing a Deku stick, or sorry, not throwing a Deku stick, throwing a Deku nut, and that tricks the game and gives you some really wonky properties. Notably, you just sink straight through water. And so you can just do that to access the 2 underwater checks, as well as you can use it to get the what would be in vanilla bomb shoot check. But it tends to not be used that much in rando, since you don't know what's in there. Usually you just use bombs.
Yeah.
Get your guesses in for egg for Dampe. I'm going with 48.
I'm just refreshing my
Rip
stream
48.
here. They all buffered for me. There we go. That's better.
Nice dodge there, egg.
Yeah, that was a really smooth, minor change in his roll direction to get past that. This is looking like 50 51.
$51 indeed.
Requiem on Impa on ZL check, so that's...
It's a very interesting one to find. Since we are able to get to that check fair, or get to the desert a variety of ways. But Requiem does make it faster. And gives us another free song, basically.
Yeah, that's the biggest part. That's right, chat. Bow before me. I'm very good at guessing this. Mostly because I had to practice it for a while before I got any good at it.
Everyone knows that calling it 8 seconds before it's done is totally cheating.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. I won by Price is Right rules. But you see, Electra, the price is wrong. And then I'm not going to say that in the restream, because I like, you know, I like having my job.
No, so DDR stands for Dungeon Door Requirement. We can post that thing, more info. It's the rule set that's being used here. It's kind of a glitched rule set that's designed to be between standard and no item round warp.
Though you might be confused because there's definitely an emote on some of the servers that has Link doing Dance Dance Revolution referencing this.
We keep saying that someone should do that. Preferably, we want to see Trez try and play DDR rule set with a DDR dance pad. That would be fantastic.
That sounds so funny. Also, Dotso found Song of Storms at Melon, so don't even need to dive. You can just go in for free, basically.
They can. We like to joke that it's actually banned to open the well.
Wait,
but
really?
Dotso is a rebel. Dotso is a rebel and does it anyway, much to our disappointment in him.
Yeah, we're gonna see a Requiem play from Dotso here to get out of the backside of Lon Lon, which is fair. Ooh, Din's Fire in the trail. That's gonna be the item that was hinted to by the trail. Wait, can it be? No,
Yes.
there's fire arrows. Is
Din's Fire is one of the ones that's listed. So the named item hints don't really follow logic at all. They don't really care. They just look at what item it is and they hint it to you. So it can be a bow that's completely out of logic. It can be Din's Fire and you already have fire arrows. They don't care. It's just
it's not so much that you already have fire arrows. I was just wondering if it would be one of the named items hinted for that pool, because in this settings, fire arrows are not exactly required, right? Like, or rather, Din's Fire is not exactly required because you can do FAE. Like,
you can, but you can do. It tends to. I think we have both of them on there because you could use either. And so
okay.
we wanted to make sure that not every single item that's on this list is always going to be useful. So that way the meta wouldn't be to just instantly always go there. So there are some items that are more situational. Notably, you might have Boomerang can be on there, and you might not be required to do Jabu, etc. And one of the two, I'm pretty sure we both have both Din's Fire as well as fire arrows on the list. So either or both could be hinted.
Jin is just as confused as I am, because I'm pretty sure I just watched him talk to the man on the roof and then get cutscene pushed off of the man on the roof and fall down. He did one of these look around briefly in confusion before moving on. It's honestly really funny.
It's kind of amazing.
Also, Nocturne, I agree with you. We should have Trez play with a DDR pad versus 3 other runners, and the rule is Trez can do SRM if he can do it on the DDR pad. See who wins that race.
That would be amazing. I would like to see someone try to do SRM using a DDR pad. That would be amazing.
I also want to see this done, frankly. I don't think Trez wins that race unless he practices a bunch, but, it's theoretically possible.
I mean, it's theoretically an advantage, but good luck with that.
No, C-Flare. You have to understand. All you have to do to ESS on a dance pad is do one of those like 3 input, like use your hand and legs dance moves and hold it for, a while. Void Kingdom, every stream is a Trez torture stream.
You're not wrong.
We had an entire sub goal to put his face into a cake that lasted for the entire season 4. That means every sub during season 4 was a Trez torture sub. Everything is the torture Trez. So we're mostly just seeing, besides Eggmeister doing Dodonkos here, we're mostly just seeing some retread locations.
And DC is definitely a decent choice here. It's another one of the child dungeons that's quite fast to do.
Oh yeah.
And since they still, I don't think Egg has checked what the medallions are, or might. Actually, I think he did. But either way, it's going to be good since you still need the a stone in order to access Ganon's castle, and you need your 5 medallions in order to get the BK. So either way, it's going to be useful. That's
true. And also, C-Flare, it's because we don't need to put Trez torture time into the name of the stream. We can honestly just it's just known, right?
It's assumed. And so good luck on your track meet. Beauty of it. Oh, there you go. And there's in the bottom right, we can see Jin. This is actually doing the Blanket that we mentioned.
Wow, look at that.
So you can see he's currently underwater.
There's a strength. I think he might just quit. I don't resent him for this choice. Like I think this is reasonable. Like, you find that strength in first check in there, and you just go, okay, bomb the well, way the hero down. Let's go somewhere else. Or is he resetting?
In order to undo the glitch, there's some methods to do it. The easiest is just to reset, since you are currently still locked in that blank A state. So you can see here he's actually executing it. He's trying to, he has the stick equipped, and then he's trying to enter the crawl space, and at the same time, press the Deku stick button. And you see it, it's called blank A, because you can look now, he's got nothing on his A button. And it has some very wonky hitboxes, which lets you just run through some stuff. And we'll see him, he's going to come up on the water source here and just go straight through it.
Right. So my question was, I thought, like, can you access the... Oh my god. That's both 2 strengths in the bottom of the well. What the... but no, my question was, I thought he was leaving because I thought the way to get into Dead Hand was that blank A, so he would do the chest and then go into Dead Hand, right?
Usually you don't do blank A to get there. I don't know if you can't. You might be able to. Usually you use a different trick called Actor Glitch in order to get there. But you might be able to. I'm not actually certain if you can use blank A to access that area.
I mean, if you could, you'd want to just do the blank A on that thing and then crawl through, right? But...
my guess is that you can't, because or else they probably would.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They're both underwater with the 2 blank gate checks, so they're both theoretically ZO locked, but good lord.
Who cares about theory?
I know.
Theory's
right?
overrated.
All right, so here's a bet for that's not official for stream. Where's the 3rd strength, and is it in bottom of the well? Oh, Ravage Village mourns with Saria's song, so that's actually pretty good. It means we're gonna get more of our useful songs early. Like Bolero, honestly, Bolero behind OoT and Saria's behind Ravage Village means we're getting basically almost all of our songs for free, so that's always nice.
Bolero tends to be one that's like it's nice for movement, but you definitely don't need it, especially not with the equipment that we're finding. Bombs will let you make a flip back app, no problem. So, oof.
Ooh,
and getting wrecked by Link of the Gorons.
No, there is only 2 underwater chests in bottom of the well, but there are 7 checks that are blocked by the water lowering. Is it 7 or 6? It's the chest, the 2 chests, the 2 dead hand checks. Wait, is that it? I don't remember.
And those are the only 2 that I can think of, but...
Yeah, so those 4, right? Is any other ones locked by that? Because I'm pretty sure there's 14 checks in the bottom of the well. Just put strength 3 on dead hand at this rate. Honestly, if strength 3 is on dead hand, the whole fucking seat's a meme, because that would be bottom of the well way the hero for literally any strength to complete dungeons, which is honestly chef's kiss.
It does tend to happen fairly often that you get Wave the Hero for strengths, which in DDR we can skip basically all of them. There are only a couple circumstances that you actually need strength in DDR, mostly if you don't have explosives. Otherwise, we can just skip them all.
Right, you can do the hover boot thing over the over the silver block in GTG. You can enter spirit through one of the hands and not need to push the silver block. You can ground jump over the block in fire. What are you doing for the 2 blocks in forest?
You can use a ground jump in order to clip into the blocks, and then from there you're able to use the hover boots to get over to the platform where normally you'd push the blocks. I
see. Okay. So it sounds like hover boots is still required for this. So if we don't find hover boots, strength might actually be very important.
Yeah, for the forest one, you need hover boots.
You need hover boots for GTG's silver block, right?
All of the strats that I know of use it. I wouldn't be surprised if there's ones that don't.
Is that a hook shot too in the bottom of the well? What the fuck?
Wow, bottom of the well is loaded.
Holy shit! Where was Song of Storms again? Malin? If you just went only child, went to Deku, ran over across the thing, stopped into Malin, got Song of Storms, fucking went over to Kakariko and you could have most of this scene, honest. What the fuck? All the items we have are between Deku and bottom of the well, honest. You don't even need to stop for Malin, you could just Ocarina dive there. So I wonder where the hint was.
The hint was pretty early, I'm pretty sure.
Bountiful of the well. So what's Dotso doing with the bugs there? Why did he drop his bugs?
He's probably grabbing a fish, if I had to guess. I can't think of another reason that you do it. Are you going to Jabu? What are you doing?
What is...
Why are you getting a fish?
That is a 4th fool on top of the goddamn mountain.
Nice. So Mr. Wright, the reason that Egg decided to do DC is because the settings are 1s/5m, so you need 1 stone in order to access Ganon's castle, and then 5 medallions in order to get the Ganon's BK. So they need to do 1 stone regardless, and if you have to do that, DC is a really good choice. It's quite fast and has lots of checks.
Oh, I guess that is after glitch then, yeah. This is what he did with the chest.
Which one, sorry?
Jin is getting into the dead hand bottom of the well.
Yes, he probably... Yeah, it's unloaded. So it looks like he did do actor glitch. What he did is he tried to access an area tried to open a door while he was still in the crawl space state, and that causes the next room to partially load, and it partially unloads their current room. And so you can run around in the central area where there's no water and no enemies, and that lets you get to there.
Thank you. Also, Lon Lon Ranch Way the hero. for Song of Storms.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my god, that's funny. I do want to say, I saw in a grotto what I thought was Bigoron has Mirror Shield.
That could be an interesting one, though it'd be very nice, because I think, if I look correctly on Egg's side, it looks like Spirit is a stone.
Yeah, oh, got that too. I was gonna say, we have prescription, so we can get it for sure. Just need to get some blue fire, but it's not too bad. A bow!
Nice. On a bow.
In bottom of the well? Are you kidding me?
Bottom of the well is loaded. Oh, and Mr. Wright, 1S/5M, it isn't a rule that we have in DDR. Those are just the settings that we use. So our weekly settings, if you want to check them out, they're on the web dev build. You can use the DDR preset, and you can check out all the settings you want to try out. If you want to try them out, it includes 1S/5M, it includes the hint distro that we have here.
Yeah, so theoretically, Zelda's Lullaby could be like hookshot locked or something. Because the hookshot wasn't ZL locked down there, and everything else was ZL locked, so you could be theoretically required to double dip, even though you never would.
Don't double dip, guys. Especially in the middle of a pandemic. It's bad. Don't do it. Correct. 1S/5M, so you need 1 stone for the bridge and then 5 med boss key. That is indeed correct.
We have a 7-year-long sync up here between Dotso and Eggmeister. They're both in Sacred Forest Meadow doing the Wolf Oath check, just, completely different ages.
Poor Greg.
And it's Greg.
10 out of 10.
Greg is an intergenerational joke, as we've clearly learned today.
Greg is the best meme.
Yeah, what's wrong with Greg? Greg just wants to be found. Greg just wants to be loved. Are you gonna deny Greg that love?
Greg is also a bingo goal, and so I appreciate Greg.
Oh my god. Oh, wow, it's CL on Sarius,
That's a nice one to have. It will make it a little bit faster and easier for Dotso to clear out bottom of the well once he does do that. Oh,
so we have
Dotso's damage buffering.
Yeah.
Okay.
To kill himself, to go back to the beginning of SFM?
Yeah. Either that or he accidentally thought he was playing Beta Quest and wanted to warp away. It was one of the two. My guess is he wanted to just jet warp back to the start.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to do some of the Lost Woods checks or something.
Oh, and on Jin's side on the bottom right, we can see he's just doing a nice standard super slide. This one's one of the easier ones to execute. You just roll into a bomb at the correct time and shield, and it will send you backwards at high velocity, but you are locked into only going in a straight line. It's really nice for Hyrule Field because if you line it up, you can go basically the whole way.
Tomao, did you see Goron City has an item that's required check or something? Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Zeg's struggling a little bit with this clip, so he's opting to do a Navi dive. This is a really easy trick if you guys want to do it on your consoles. You can do it in vanilla. You can just go up on the ledge, climb up while Navi is active. Mash B, and then when you do the jump slash, mash the Navi call, and you're good to go. Ooh, Dotso's actually doing a Hess to access the back section.
Wow, okay.
He's got bombs, so this is just for the speed or
Just
the
showing
flex,
off.
one of the two.
Just fucking showing off, honestly.
So as we were mentioning, the Super Slide, Hess is one of the more advanced versions. Hess and a Super Slide actually both have the same speed. The main difference is Hess is a little bit more difficult to execute, but you are able to change your angle. So it's really nice for clipping into these rocks here, assuming you're good at it, which I am not. If you are looking at these glitches and thinking that these look cool and you want to learn, you can check out in the OOTR Discord, the DDR discussion channel. There's lots of people there, notably including all these people here on Restream, who are more than happy to help anyone willing to learn glitches. We do have some resources too. If you want to learn how to Hess, if you want to learn how to Super Slide, if you want to learn how to do any of these fun tricks they're doing, they can help you out. And Dotso also has seen into the matrix of the OOT, so he can tell you exactly how many frames you have for each trick.
You're kidding.
So, frequently, like, without looking it up, which is particularly scary. So it looks like Jin needs to try and to see what the item is here. I think that's just like an arrow drop.
Yeah? Or a deco stick? I can't tell.
Something useless.
Yeah. Emo just got the bottom of the well hint, so he might go bottom of the well here now.
Yeah, hopefully they pick up on that hint and go down there soon, because it's loaded.
Well, you only have to see one of the two way the hero hints, because basically you have 4 way the hero hints that all point the same way. Like, all 4 of the 2 locations point the same way, because Lon says, bottom of the well way the hero, and bottom of the well says bottom of the well way the hero.
It does have quite a number of items, so that is worthwhile.
Yeah, like you don't even feel bad. Like otherwise, if it was like one item, you'd feel bad. You'd be like, wow, all right, cool. That's all my way of the hero hints for nothing. But I don't think you can reasonably feel bad about that one.
Yeah, 2 strengths, a hook shot, and a bow is definitely worthwhile.
Especially if we don't find hovers for a while.
We will see. Based on the areas that are here, I don't think we technically need hovers. They're always good to have, but...
Talking about the conversation we had earlier about skipping strength using hovers.
Yeah, I think based on their items, they're not likely to fully need it, but we'll see. More likely. You're right, Tamaltek. Dotso does indeed have a spot on the tracker for Greg. That is the best tracker I've ever seen. 10 out of 10.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, just below the shield.
Oh my god, you're right. What the fuck?
I love it. I need that for bingo. When I'm thinking... we all... I don't think we've seen many... I don't think we've seen many hints for what the skull tokens are.
We've seen 40 and 50 dead, I'm pretty sure, but I haven't seen 30.
We'll see. We do see Dotso going around and collecting skulls just in case.
I mean, it can't hurt, like when you're going to at least 20, right?
Just a 5 rupee there, so yeah. 10 is not necessary. But hey, maybe you're a little strapped for cash. That's fine too. At this point, it looks like we have the players seem to be circling around, doing some other checks that doing checks that others have currently already done. Looks like Dotso is going to...
Except for bottom of the well, just yet.
Looks like Dotso is going to Composer Grave.
Yeah, so we'll see what this song is. You get the feeling it's gonna be something like a... God, you gotta feel it's gonna be a warp song, right? We've seen hints and/or songs for all the other ones. Like, you gotta think this is gonna be like Serenade or something.
Which warp songs at this point are still nice. It's having the ability to warp around the world is still always going to be useful. So,
absolutely. Welcome in, Keymark.
Hey, Key. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better, and hopefully at least your Wi-Fi is kicked in. Ooh, is that going to get the triple?
Oh no.
Triple clip.
No, egg, that's...
You got it. Oh, he didn't get the triple clip. I don't know why, but if you shield drop the Kuko really quickly after you pick it up, the Kuko just ignores the laws of physics and clips straight through the floor.
And there's third strength, by the way.
That's not in bottom of the well. Feels bad.
No, but it's close.
It is also ZL locked.
Oh my god, it is. Wow. Incredible.
Did Dotso do QPA or did he do... he probably did QPA. Because he's going to the back now.
Yeah, he did quick put away, I'm pretty sure.
So, what are you doing there is a trick called quick put away, or QPA. When you have if you pull out a cutscene item and then... or you pull out a stick and then put it away, and 1 frame later you activate a cutscene item, like letter, beans, etc. The game applies some weird properties to your Deku Stick that when you break it allows you to have, in this case, a fire source that you can use to light up torches. In other versions it also has some extra weird properties, but the notable one here that tends to be useful is the fire source. It allows child to effectively light any torch they want, basically at any time.
Quick question for the trackers. Did anyone see what that skull mask hint yielded? Because I don't know what it said. It saw skull mask and it went by too quickly. Instead? Alright, thank you, Paula.
Yeah, so Dungeon DDR or Dungeon Door Requirement. It's a rule set for OOTR that's kind of designed to be a midpoint between standard and No I'm Wrong Warp. That kind of allows more quality of life glitches while still banning some of the most powerful glitches in the game. Dotso looks like you played Song of Storms in order to access Bottom of the Well, so he's dead to us. Dot shame. Yeah, he does every time. We expect it at this point, but you know, it still kills us on the inside a little bit.
It's okay, Dotso. You're fine with me. I also can't do anything to play that song, so I forgive you.
He will argue technically it's faster. The rest of will argue that it's also lame.
Wait, is it actually faster?
To play the song, depends on the circumstances. If it's nighttime, it is. Since the cuckoo dive isn't, you aren't able to cuckoo dive.
So you have
at least quickly. If it's daytime, it's faster to cuckoo dive.
That's really funny.
Or Navi dive, if Navi's available. But we don't care. Day or night, should always cuckoo dive.
Oh my god. I do want to say this. It's a little bit of a shame that we had a bow and the hook shot in Bottom of the Well, because seeing 2 strengths down there as Way of the Hero with the 3rd strength, like, you know, right nearby ZL lock, not too bad, is like that's probably pointing at light trowel for Way of the Hero. Could still be light trowel Way of the Hero, but you know, it's much more likely to be hook shot Way of the Hero.
And light trowel is one of the ones that's unfortunate to get a Way of the Hero pointing that way. There are several ways you can access the light trowel with varying degrees of difficulty. The easiest one is you repeatedly load and unload and load the main room, and that reloads the light beams and causes the eventually it causes the like block that's blocking the entrance to the spirit
to
light
unload.
trowel to just disappear.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. FF10, I guess. Cuckoo Dive is a trick in which you basically, I don't know the full mechanics of it, but you can target the cuckoo that you bring over, and while Z-targeting it, you basically sink down through the water and can dive to the bottom of the well and enter the bottom of the well without having to play Song of Storms.
The mechanics behind it is usually you get ISG, and so as you're picking it up, every frame you're carrying it, you're damaging it, and that causes it to enter its enraged state. But the enraged state actually only applies when you get let go. And so what you then do is you arrange it so that you backflip, and as you let go, you backflip into the well. And when you're in the water, it triggers the cutscene of the cuckoo getting mad at you and attacking you. And while that cutscene's playing, though the game doesn't check for the water collision, and so you just go straight down to the bottom.
You know, the thing is, I did know that because I remember watching it one day, but I actually had forgotten that's what it was, and you've reminded me of something that caused me to laugh for about 5 solid minutes, because that's the funniest fucking thing.
It's the best.
See, you know, I'm on your side now. You have to cuckoo dive. There's no reason not to. Not even for speed. Just you have to make the chicken angry.
Yeah, it's the best, objectively the best way to enter bottom of the well.
Incroyable. Oh, that's really good.
And we see Emo's going for the other version of lighting the torches, or just missed it there, where the one that's allowed in standard, where you just
fire storage.
You just do flame storage. This also works. In terms of timing, the two are probably pretty similar, but QPA is cooler, so I mean, that's good.
Is this just a whole settings block about what's coolest?
Yeah, basically the goal of DDR isn't to be fast. It's who can do the most just fun tricks.
Oh my god.
If you are looking at this and you're like, oh no, I can't do all these things. There's no way I can play. There's no way I can be competitive. Don't worry. We specifically designed the settings and the rule set such that if you want to go and play the rule set following the standard rule set, that's perfectly valid. It's fully allowed, and you will be able to complete the seed without any glitches whatsoever. And then
it is nice
you feel
that you've
comfortable
done that,
doing it, you can just add glitches as you feel comfortable, as you want to try them out. So don't be afraid to try it.
That's what I was saying. Because like it is nice you've done that, because it's like you can actually like learn one glitch at a time and still kind of like sort of compete, right? Like because it can be hard to sort of want to play like a new thing if you have to like learn all like 10 different glitches to even be remotely like in it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and like not even just like you don't even have to worry too much about like if you want to be competitive. One of the restreams, Emosoda beat Dotso, and they played fully standard. They did exactly 0 DDR glitches, and they still beat Dotso, who is one of the best in the community. As you're mentioning, Dotso has like knowledge of the Matrix and has been playing this game for approximately 700 years. Din's getting unlucky with these chickens.
See, I don't get the luck aspect of these chickens. I feel like I always know what chicken it's going to be. Like even if I don't see it.
they do start in like predetermined or close to predetermined places, and then they after they've if you let them wander too much, that's a big monk ass.
Oh no. He doesn't have the rupees. Wait, he could just go upstairs. Sir! This can't be faster. Because he has damage. Sir, this can't be faster. Oh, he's just leaving it. Oh no. Jin, no. Oh god. See, no one lets the horse push them, and that makes me sad. I know it's not faster, but I love that horse. Oh, Emo Soda's got a nice color strength.
Oh, I saw someone asking a question about Hess. I don't know if that was answered. I just went to the bathroom. At some point, I'm going to learn not to drink tea right as we start this.
Lilac got you. It's fine.
Glad I got it perfect.
So, yeah, wow, okay. I guess Jin doesn't know about the upstairs pots. That's unfortunate.
It was bad, man. Been getting very unlucky in terms of the where the Kukos ended up.
It's never, yeah.
Oh, for explaining? Yeah, so how Hess works, it's you roll into an explosion, which gives you like an extra burst of speed, and then as you get away from it, you hold ESS position, which is a position just off from neutral. That has a special property that it allows you to conserve your speed. And so while holding this angle and then holding Z, you just go backwards at high speed, and then you can change your angle by letting go of Z and then like re-clicking it. It's one that you can do. All you really need to in order to do it is explosives and a shield. But there is also an easier version that uses Nehru's Love. If you wanted to try that out, but that typically is a lot easier for super slow.
What I'll say I'm noticing is that, like, these players have had, for example, enough to do Forest for a little while here, and Forest is a stone, I'm fairly certain. And just, they're, like, going around doing overroll checks. Is that, like... that something that commonly happens, or...?
This is one of those cases that it's somewhat odd that they're doing that. A lot of times in DDR, people will put off Forest Temple until they have a bottle. The main reason for that, since we have enable useful cutscenes, there's a trick you can do using a fish,
right?
to kind of skip the cutscene or be able to access the basement early.
I do actually know that check. Yeah.
But they have a bottle, so they could theoretically go for that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Following the DDR rule set, they do need a hookshot in order to get into Forest Temple. But that is one of the requirements.
3 of them have it from Bomb.
3 of them have it already, though. So,
although admittedly 2 of them are doing Bomb on the Well right now, so I guess this is more of a commentary about Jin.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what Jin did after Bomb on the Well, or I've been watching him. It's like he's been doing like overworld kind of cleanup checks.
Yeah. Seems to be going for some cleanup as child, which is fair if you don't want to be going back and forth through time a lot.
So what is Jin doing here?
Oh, Jin, so it looks like Jin is doing the Mega Flip in order to access the Gerudo Fortress as child. My guess is he might be doing that in order to go to GTG? I'm not sure why else he would.
Child?
Yeah, that's a decision. I agree with Keymaker.
See, I can't imagine. I really can't imagine doing this over Forest.
I mean, it's sometimes it's just based on what you're comfortable with or what you feel like you want to do at this time. Ooh.
Well, the thing is, I don't even think Jin's gone adult yet because he still has the big Poe to hand in.
So one interesting thing here to note for Jin, who's doing the Mega Flip, if you're on basically anything that is an emulator, Mega Flips with Chews can tend to be pretty easy, since there are very easy visual cues you can use for when you need to drop the Chew and when you need to do the backflip. Also, yes, happy 1 hour, everyone. You're watching the DDR restream over on ZSR. We hope you're enjoying it. Thanks to our commentators, or my co-commentator here. Let me click. There we go. Co-commentator, Lexicat, as well as our trackers that we have helping out and making sure that we know what all the items people have. So thanks for MC Paula, Tamaltech, Quagsire, and Joda with J. Jin seems very determined to do GTG as child. It can be a decent play if you know something's in there and you're lacking bow, since you can do a couple extra checks as child with slingshot.
But
not
Jin,
all of them.
Jin has a bow and
Yeah.
Eponas, and no, wait, he has no Eponas yet. Oh, that might be it. He might not have seen the Eponas song hint, so he might not think that he has access to cross without being child. That would make sense. Like if you didn't see the Epona song hint, you don't know where Epona song is, and you've gone through all these song checks. The only one that's really left for you to easily do is SFM Adult, which as we know has Epona. But like you might think, okay, well I can't get across anyway but this, so let's do that, right?
Yeah, there are ways to there are ways to get across with just hook shot. But I'm not sure if Jin knows those techniques.
There was not.
Don't. They suck, and I hate them. But.
There was not Keymaker. The two way of the heroes are Lon Lon Ranch and Bottom of the Well, and there was an opportunity hint for Death Mountain Trail, and I don't think we've seen the other two opportunity hints, frankly.
I don't remember any others.
Oh right, he can do DC as well, and DC is like the easiest and probably best stone to get. This is very confusing to me. I have to say.
We'll have to ask Jen about this later, assuming we get the chance.
For sure. No, trust me. I have a notepad I keep that I write down notes about things for questions for interview stuff after, and it's already in the notepad because this is a fascinating choice.
Oh, a fun fact for you guys that we just saw on Datso's side. You saw him super quickly set up the Scarecrow song using 2 different notes. Apparently, if you use 2 different notes, you're able to register the song faster than if you use 1 single note. Fun fact. Because of OoT. Ooh, iron boots.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's an interesting one.
Is there anything that iron boots is, like, hard required for? Like,
The item at the
lake?
bottom
The frozen
of
lake?
the fountain.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
frozen
pretty sure
lake,
hard
yeah.
requires it. It makes it significantly easier for water, though you can access every check in for water temple without the iron boots. Some of the tricks are just interesting. There you go, so Jin is now in GTG as child.
Yeah, so Jin has definitely seen the Gerudo's Fortress Foolish one. He's just going here for GTG.
Yeah.
So this is an extremely risky play that I think maybe he's doing it because he thinks no one else will do it.
Yeah, the Keymaker is right. If he finds like Rang in here, it would be a very interesting situation. Because there are only 5 medallions, it's not a make or break, but it would still be worthwhile at that point.
Right. So we don't need Hammer or Mirror Shield because those are stones.
Yeah.
But are there other required items to beat dungeons? I guess like long shot theoretically for Morpha, right?
Either long shot or hover boots. Both will allow you to access Morpha.
But not access, but defeat.
Oh, you can do Morpha with just hook shot, so
oh really?
That's no problem. Yeah.
And that was first magic we've seen in GTG, so that could be useful.
Oh, nice. That is a required item, so
yeah. No guarantees it's the only magic we can get in the sea that isn't magic locked, but it's possible at least.
And Keymaker is right. Technically, you can beat Morpha without magic if you're crazy, but you can do it. You can do that child too.
Shot, but yeah.
Without hookshot, yes. If you're really crazy. There are apparently some quasi-consistent strats if you have magic, which is hilarious.
Wait, that's okay. Huh. I love Tiny Link being in GTG. This is honestly just the weirdest shit. I wonder how Jin plans to get past this silver block.
I don't think you can as Child Link.
Yeah,
so knowing OoT, there's probably some weird clip somewhere because of OoT.
Yeah, no, this like I am never gonna say you can't do this in OoT in terms of like just glitch access because honestly, I know I'll be proven wrong at some point. Someday I'll be proven wrong and I'll have to go back and eat those words. There's no way that there is like I remember fucking watching 80%s before fucking the wrong warp in Deku, and everyone's like, yeah, this is about as fast as we're gonna go and this and that, and like I can't see us do much more than this. We have to always do this, and then they do the wrong warp and it's like, oh, okay, never mind, we skip all that now. It's like, okay.
Yeah. And technically now, yeah, Fennel is right. If all else fails, there's Ace.
God. There's some new SRM stuff coming out for 100% pretty soon, which is absolutely insane.
Ooh, Jin's only got 1-2 left to try this. What he's doing here is a vine clip, which you can also do on these because they're basically vines. There's one frame during the child climbing animation when you first grab on that you're partially on the other side of the vine. And if you take damage or on that frame, you actually go straight through to the other side of the wall. Chews are pretty convenient for that since you can like drop off the wall and then shield drop a chew midair. And so that's what he's trying to do here. Yeah, personally, I find the clip into GTGS Child easier than the hover boot strat for adult. Not easier than the ledge clip strat for adult, but still. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you don't want to do setups, you can always just YOLO. Oh, is Egg actually going into Ganon's castle? Looks like he is.
Yeah, I mean, he has 3 strengths.
Oh, if he has 3 strengths, he might actually lift the block.
Yeah.
Which is less cool. But I mean,
I
sure,
love
I guess.
I love that we have 2 commentators here. One going, oh yeah, he's just going to do the easy thing. Is you know, he'll lift the blocks and stuff. And no,
Yes, he's
never mind.
not.
Just
He's
kidding.
not.
He's not. What? You
The
fucking
slap.
people are a different kind of a breed. You know that? Like
Technically,
literally,
this
like,
is also faster, I would like to point out.
Oh,
Well,
I-
it might not be an OOTR because there's no cutscene, or the cutscene is shortened. But in vanilla, it's definitely faster. That one, literally, all you have to do, the setup is like you target the wall, and then you do like 1 ESS input, and that turns you a very specific amount, and then you hold onto a bomb and clip. It's very nice.
I swear, different breed. The whole purpose that you guys exist for apparently is just to swag on each other. Just be like,
Yeah.
did you do this clip? I did this trick.
Yes, that is 100% accurate.
Oh my
I jokingly
god.
created a scoring system that based for the DDR tournament that involved taking the number of meme items to the power of 69 and then
Oh my-
taking the integral over all the time spent hessing.
Oh my god. You people are monsters.
Is objectively the best formula.
I love it, but you're monsters. By
And
the
the
way,
funny thing for Egg, we probably will see him do the clip into the light trial block. Mostly because at this point, for most of our DDR players, they probably don't even notice that they have gold gauntlets anymore.
Oh my god.
You get to a point, I don't know if in Standard this happens, where you forget you have Kokiri Sword and you just use Deku sticks all over the place.
I would say that doesn't really happen because of how important Kokiri Sword was in Season 4 as an entrance thing. Like, once you have it, it's like in your mind's like, oh yeah, I have Kokiri Sword to get into Deku. And so they remember to use it. But I've certainly seen some past, like, Season 3 stuff where, like, you know, getting into Deku was, like, it was more open. And so you can just, like, people just swinging their sticks around, not even bothering to use sword. So
I
yeah.
think that's basically the situation that DDR players have with gold gauntlets. Because you only need it for 2 things, and you can easily skip both. So. And we also do the same thing with sticks.
Yeah, because you guys have open Deku as one of your settings, right?
Yeah, we originally were looking into whether we do close Deku. Oh, here he's going for that. You can see here, before we explain that, he's doing a super slide. And that's, because of its specific angle, it's going to clip him past this block, and you just hold left and you're good to go.
Oh my god.
This version, it's a little bit trickier than the one where you repeatedly unload and reload the block. But this has the added advantage that you don't have any issues of these chests not being loaded properly. There are setups that you can do to unload the block and do your best to make sure that the chests aren't unloaded, but this is, like, guaranteed. But yes, we were looking at one point into whether or not we'd have closed Deku, but we figured out that
Hover
effectively...
boots behind
Ooh,
the
nice.
screen. That's super useful.
We eventually found out that, like, because there's just the number of glitches you can use to access Deku Tree, having closed Deku was not that important. It didn't significantly change the number of important items that were in Deku Tree, and it just forced you to do a trick unnecessarily, so we just opted not to do it.
That makes sense. Like, if there's a trick you can just do to get in, then what's the point, right?
Theoretically, you could do it without any items, just doing the super old Mito skip. Or you can mega flip over it with bombs, or you can do like a Hess, I think. So
I also wanted to see. I was gonna say I wanted to say that we are now up to 30 sticks because of light trial, because apparently both stick upgrades were in that goddamn trial. Which is just hilarious, honestly. This I am incredulous at this entire settings mode, and the people who play it, because it's both incredible and also mind-boggling how much like you guys are willing to just sort of like, yeah, no, I mean it's cooler this way, so let's just do that.
Yeah, who needs to go fast when you can swag?
Oh my god.
You're not wrong, Kamaltech. Case in point, you can see Jin in the bottom right using ISG to annihilate those Denalphos. Yeah, just the power of sticks and nuts are just OP. Another bomb bag. So if I'm keeping track, GTG had magic, a bomb bag, and a quiver.
That's right, yes.
Didn't already had a bomb bag and a quiver, so those two aren't as necessary, but it's still pretty good stuff there.
I mean, if you magically rushed GG first thing you did, you got everything you need, right? Bomb, arrow, magic. Feels
theoretically, you could too. There's a meme about Sphere Zero Requiem. Hi. Pro tip: spell things correctly. It makes commands work better. So yeah, as the command is mentioning, DDR stands for Dungeon Door Requirement. It's a rule set that we used here that's a glitch rule set that's designed to be between the standard one and No Iron Wrong one. Now, one interesting thing for Jin is he also has FW as well as magic. So he's going to be able to start using that, where other players, currently are not going to.
That is going to help speed him up a bit, but I do have to say that Jin is in an interesting spot here, because all the other players are kind of like clearing out dungeons and things that are like progression, and Jin's been doing sort of non-progression. Like, besides magic, did he get anything from GGG that was remotely progressing him? Like, no, right?
Not progression. He's found some nice things, but other than magic, there's not really any progression. So at this point, he's basically hoping that the magic that he has in GGG is going to be really important. And that our other players kind of avoid GTG.
Is there even, like, what checks are magic locked? Because Shadow, you can get into it without lighting, or do you have to light the torches to get in Shadow?
You do have to light the torches to get there as adult. As child, you can use QPA, but there are some restrictions in terms of what you can do in Shadow as child. If you're insane, you can do something like every check but one.
Right, but the question is, like, once you open Shadow as either age, I'm pretty sure it remains open, right?
Shadow is weird in that if you open it as child, it does not stay open as adult.
But
honestly, I don't know why this is the case. It stays open
as child. But yeah, if you open it as adult, it stays open as child. That's weird.
It's super weird. Oh, geez.
What the? Okay.
And yeah, Vilokar, that's kind of the gist. You can use glitches, but you need to get into the dungeon through the regular door. You need to get into the boss room via the boss door. And there's no Iron Realm Warp and some other no hovering and no duplicating checks. It's effectively the TLDR version.
Yeah, we've seen that before. 50 skulls dead. We're still just waiting for 30 skull hint. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, there you go. Emo Soda is actually lifting the rock.
Oh, did we see a 30 skull hint? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Paula. Is this OoT or Mario 64? That's some big bully off the ledge nonsense Jin just pulled.
It's actually both. They're currently working to do SRM and OOT in order to plug that into SM64 for the SRM there.
Oh my god! I hate this game. I love this game, but I hate this game. I hate that it's fucking like I hate that I can't say anything without it possibly being actually true. Like fucking oh yeah, Paper Mario, lol. Nope, just kidding. It's Ocarina of Time.
Okay, no, los dos.
Yeah, exactly. What a joke. Oh my god.
Emo Soda lifting up both rocks. I guess that's glad.
Emo Soda's a man after my heart right now. Or person after my heart, I guess, actually.
It's I know Emo Soda tends to be more tends to be more of a standard player, so they have a tendency to do a lot of standard strats. So it is fair that they actually remember they have gold gauntlets.
Yeah. I can't believe that that's the reason for it. Like Jin, he just like, oh no, he didn't even do. Who was it? Who was that came in here earlier? Egg, right? Egg was just like he's just like, oh yeah, let's do that. And then we have Emo, and they're just like, yeah, we'll do that. It's fine.
We did just see on Egg's side, if you're paying attention. He just did the cutscene skip they were mentioning, where you drop and recatch the fish on a specific frame during the cutscene, and that regains control, and you're able to go and access this elevator.
You skip all the checks in Forest, but yeah.
What you typically do is you go and you check the item down there, and you'll climb back up. This elevator will stay up just so long as you don't save and quit, die, or I think FW also gets rid of it.
Well, okay then.
Here he's taking advantage of those hover boots by doing hover boost. So on the second frame of recoil from explosives, if you put on the hover boots at that point, it allows you to preserve your speed, and you get a huge burst backwards. Allows you to cross some fairly large gaps. So FW does reset a key? Okay, good to know. Good to have it confirmed. I thought it did, but that one tends not to pop up as much, though.
Just going through the dungeon backwards.
Oh, getting grabbed too. Ooh, that would suck.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's... Alright. Jeez.
So hopefully Egg doesn't have a VC crash here. He posted a clip earlier that apparently he was practicing his forest movement and clashed right there. It didn't happen though, so that's good. Oh, Jin's actually only finding out now what the medallions are, or what the stones are. So that might actually be the reason that not going straight to DC. I don't know if Jin actually knew what the stones and medallion layout was.
The thing is, though, like for me, until you get your first stone, I can't imagine it matters, right? If you go to DC and do DC, you're not getting a faster dungeon than DC and Deku, basically, and you already did Deku. So You didn't get a stone there. You just go to DC. If it's the medallion, great, you're fine. If it's a stone, okay, maybe you do a little bit of caution so you don't complete another dungeon that's accidentally a stone, right? Like, it happens.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be good. That's just true. Ryusu, it depends what you mean by all the gold tool plus. We have had 50 skull seeds. Notably, we've had light arrows that pop up on 50 skulls, and we were all sad. But there isn't anything that can require 100 since that check isn't randomized. Although technically you could have a 100 skull bridge, but we don't use that in DDR.
That's a rando. NPC Z12. What's Z12? Breath of the Wild?
I don't know. It sounds like a really, really difficult game of battleships. Where you're trying to sink their battleship on Z12. Take forever, though.
Wait, what is this? A 26 by 26 large grid of battleship?
Apparently. That would be...
That is some serious sploosh kaboom going on there.
Blue.
Kaboom!
Oh, on Egg's side in the top right, we're about to see the one of the nicest applications of ISG. If you've never seen it before, you interrupt your crouching and your stabbing animation, and this causes the game to think you're stabbing every single frame. It's really good for defeating bosses, but the nice thing for Phantom Ganon is it also means you're able to reflect his beam any frame without doing anything. So it's very convenient for fighting Phantom Ganon and real Ganon, for that fact.
Oh, are we not going to see the auto quick kill thing involving the bow?
We probably will. Egg, I know, knows it, so he's probably going to turn around. Oh, he's not opting for it. Dotso, I know, goes for it, so we might see that. So we're likely to see on the Dotso side. But since you have, with ISG, this fight is super easy, barely an inconvenience. Since you can just stand there and he will basically kill himself.
MZ12. Oh my god.
I don't think there was anything important in Forest. I didn't notice anything.
I don't think we did all the checks, but because I know he went backwards through Forest until he found this the boss key and then left.
Ooh, is that a fire? Foolish fire? Ooh, that's nice for when a stone. Particularly because I hate Fire Temple.
I don't think anyone likes Fire Temple.
If they do, they are objectively wrong.
It
I'm
looks
just
like
kidding.
it looks like Emo failed the cutscene skip.
Is Emo going for it? They don't seem to have a bottle on their B button.
Yeah,
so.
maybe they skipped it. That's reasonable.
That is one that, like, done optimally, it's always faster to do the cutscene skip. Since, bare minimum, it saves you from having to do Green Poe and Purple Poe, whatever their names are.
One is Meg. One is Meg,
Meg,
and is the purple one, and the green one is I don't remember. Who cares?
I think.
Oh, it's
Are
Amy.
Meg and Amy
okay.
the other two? I think Meg and Amy are red and blue.
No. Meg is purple, and Amy is green. I think.
I don't know. Their goals on bingo.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
I'm pretty sure Jolene is one of them as well, isn't it? Or like.
Oh, Joelle.
Or Joe. Joelle. Yeah, Joelle. Yeah. I've got fucking.
Jolene,
I got stone.
Jolene.
I got Stone Ocean on my mind. Ooh, Ruda's
that
letter.
does not help Maltech.
Joe and Beth were the red and blue ones. That's right, yes. I can't believe you guys had the opportunity to make a joke at my expense, and Jin. I'm so sorry, Jin.
Ooh, Jin messing that up.
Yeah, they are. I can't believe you had the opportunity to make a joke at my expense, and you made a Dolly Parton joke and not a JoJo joke.
Is that a
There you
JoJo
go.
reference?
Yeah. Jolene Cujo, Kappa. There you are.
Let's be honest, everything's a JoJo reference. Try hard enough.
You're not wrong.
If only because JoJo involves so much time shenanigan nonsense that you can, like, rope things into it no matter what you do. But for fans of the series, you'll be excited for part 6 coming out as an anime. Officially announced and everything. Quagsire, don't worry, part 3 is garbage. Just watch the only good part of JoJo, part 4. You'll be fine. Poo, and poo.
Ooh.
Wow, great, awesome.
That seems accurate.
It is
Personally,
a hot.
I would have gone with one of the names of the Poe being Edgar Allan.
Oh,
but you know,
yeah.
that's apparently too clever for Nintendo to put in a game designed for children.
Quoth the Raven, eat my shorts.
Both the Raven.
That's a Simpsons joke for those of you who don't know.
Getting all our references in now.
Look, man,
Ooh.
that Trios 4 was great. Oh, we're gonna see a water temple.
Yeah, in top right, we can see Egg looks like he's entering Water Temple using just Hookshot and probably gonna Ocarina Dive. So you can see here, one of the requirements for DDR rule set is that you do have to unlock this gate using Hookshot. You can obviously use Longshot, but either Hookshot or Longshot to open this gate. And then you need to be inbounds when you enter the temple. Because there are methods that you can do, like some insane stuff to flip out of bounds and go and get around through the back. There we go. So here, what we're likely going to see him do is get like on top near where Serenade drops you, and then for some reason do a bunch of crouch diving with shield. What are you doing, Egg? I don't know. There you go. And then similarly to the Kuko dive, where you use a cutscene to kind of ignore water physics, you do the same thing, but in this case you're using the Ocarina cutscene of playing that.
Dotso just did it. He did the fucking the quick kill with the bow and then the fucking hook shot. That was incredible. That was really impressive.
It is very swag, which is a deal. It's also fast as an added bonus, I guess, but like.
As we've learned here today, if anyone takes anything away from watching this stream for the past hour and a half, the only thing that matters in DDR is how cool you look.
Yeah, objectively true. Going fast is an extra nice benefit, I guess. Cool. There we go. And getting that nice first try.
I've got you a sales pitch for DDR. Ready? DDR, not a speedrun, mostly just a glitch exposition.
Now, you know what? I like it. We'll have that our new tagline.
I mean, it's a really cool run. Like I'm only memeing, but like, God, I feel like you could learn most of what you need to do in OoT to like do things by like playing a couple of these and learning them, because like this has just been including every like niche trick I could possibly think of that I can see. Like obviously like there's the really broken wrong warp stuff, but and like SRM and things that we're banning, but you know, like RBA and all that kind of stuff. But Dotso lifted the rock. Extra. I love this format. Oh my god.
We did see on Egg's side, you can tell that he doesn't have iron boots. Ooh,
Whoa,
nice. Longshot is in fourth temple.
Okay,
So apparently we lied to Tamaltec. Whoops. But Egg didn't bother finding that. It's fine. He's got hover boots. He's good.
As I said, I was gonna say, I was pretty sure that Egg dipped Forest as soon as he found the boss key and didn't continue. So.
So what Egg is doing in order to avoid the iron boots problem, when at certain spots where the geometry of the ledge is lined up correctly, when you re-grab a ledge, there's a frame that adult Link is out of bounds when re-grabbing a ledge like that, and you can retarget on that frame and clip fully out of bounds and then just drop it aside. So that's a ledge clip, which we'll probably see him do again here, but we'll see. Or actually, if that was a BK, then no, we're not.
Kidding. We're gonna complete the dungeon instead.
Yeah, we'll just go fast instead, I guess. That's BK on map room is like the best thing you can get. We'll see here the tricks that we use to skip long shot. You've seen a couple of people do a hover slide, and this is basically that, but you equip hover boots while you're doing that. And then you can just cross gaps. And there you go.
The really great innovations of OOTR, putting fucking boots and shit on D-pad.
It is super nice. You can tell when you have a player that's used to playing bingo or vanilla, or beta quest for that matter, because they'll always pause to equip their boots. Yeah, I also always pause while I do that trick key, but that's because I'm a scrub. So, you know.
So, Egg right now has gotten a medallion from Deku, Forest, and Water, and the stone from DC. So, between Shadow, Jabu, and... What's the other medallion? Because Fire and Spirit are stones.
Jabu and Shadow, it looks like, are the other two.
Yeah, Jabu, Shadow. Wait, does he have 4 medallions right now?
He's already got marked off Water. That's why I was confused.
Right, we started with 1. That's what I was missing. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So he has to complete 1 of Shadow or Jabu to beat this game, and that means light arrows. But that basically puts him like the magic and GTG away from being able to do stuff.
Yeah.
Magic and light arrows, Keymaker. We still need to find light arrows somewhere in this world.
Well, though, Ganon will still tell us where those are, so that one we're less concerned for. We do need the magic, though, in order to beat Shadow. Oh, I didn't see on Dotso's side. Oh, we'll see if he's got the block moved. Nice Kokiri sword. Dotso lifted the block. Ugh. Extra dead to us. Extra dead to us. Moving 2 blocks and playing Song of Storms. Ugh.
Bikaron is Mirror Shield, so if it is like a Mirror Shield thing in Spirit, and we have prescription already, so it's not too bad. We know what to do at least for that. It's not like it's hidden somewhere randomly in the world. No, the real, I guess it can't be in Fire, because Fire's barren. What would be the real bitch? Hidden in Jabu behind a boomerang check. Not knowing where boomerang is, that would suck.
That would definitely suck.
Honestly, we're getting to the point where, because we know where magic is, it seems like there's only one item left that we need to find, which is just light arrows. So, do you want to make a chat bet thing for where are light arrows?
I don't know how, but you're welcome to if you would like to.
I will happily do it if you give me a second.
Yeah, go for
perfect. Thank you, Void. So, get ready to get your bets in chat for where do you think light arrows are.
Oh, she's not updated. She's just Bolero, not Nocturne.
Ready? Get set. Bet.
Quagsire, fire is barren, so it can't have light arrows. Bet chess game.
Chess game would actually be a really fun one because all our players have sun songs, so we'd see some cool tricks for that.
Yeah, I've seen ZFG do that one before. The Sun Song key. It's not really a key duping. It's just like resetting you to the beginning to buy another key, right?
Yeah, you use Put Away a Y and Sun Song, and when you reload, every time you reload the chess game with Sun Song, all the doors that you previously unlocked stay unlocked, and you're able to purchase a new key from the guy who runs the store, as well as open any chest along the way. So you basically only need to pay for like one, and you're good to go.
Hilarious. Oh yeah, there was the 30 skull thing. I'm gonna say someone asked who was winning. I think it's Egg right now, personally, because Egg is currently on the path to go right into GGG, and if he goes GGG and gets that magic, then he is going right to Shadow, and that would be the end of it.
Currently, in terms of completion, Egg is currently has the most dungeons completed. Egg is currently also only one item away from, at least light arrow mode. Ooh, the swag there for the clip, nice.
That was a really cool way of doing that.
Currently, Jin is the only one who has magic, and so if Egg for some reason skips GTG and doesn't clear that, that would put Egg.
I'll be honest with you. If Egg doesn't like jump off the side or something here, he's just gonna take a look with it. I'm pretty sure and find nothing there, and oh no, really?
He's probably hopping down, and then there's a clip you can do to clip out of bounds and reset. So he might be opting to do that.
That could make sense. The idea for me is that if Egg moves in towards Gerudo Fortress, Egg's definitely seen the Fortress Baron hint, so that would be a very clear sign he's 100% doing 100% doing GGG at that point.
Yeah, does Dotso have water done? I don't think that Dotso had completed water yet. I thought he was one behind Egg. Reading is indeed hard. This is true. The only thing harder than reading is playing songs. Yeah, he's doing it.
It becomes easier when you have a library card.
That involves going outside, though, and going outside is spoopy, so you know.
You're right. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Egg's gonna get magic here, and for me, that's gonna put Egg into a decent lead here.
He's bringing a Pono, so I hope he's gonna do horseback archery first.
It's dead, though. Gerudo Fortress is barren.
I still hope he's gonna do it, because that'll be funny. Oh, he's doing... Interesting. He might not be doing GTG. And well, unless he's doing this setup, he's got a setup to get this chest a little bit earlier. Especially, so that I think that might be what he's doing. what are you doing? Yeah. Okay, that is what he's doing. Cool. So he might end up doing GTG. We'll see.
I guess he hasn't seen the Fortress Baron hint then.
That's possible.
I swore he did.
Oh no, he's just doing this. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he did. He's just going to GGG. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say I was like nearly certain that Egg had seen Foolish Gerda Fortress, but I have been known to be wrong before.
That was an interesting way to get there. I'm not sure if that's faster than just climbing around. It probably is, but it looked pretty close.
I mean, it's a decent setup at least, right?
It's also more swag, and we've shown that that is the most important thing.
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic. What a game mode. Where was the magic in here again? I forget.
The real magic was the friends we made along the way. I couldn't tell you where it is, but, you know, I don't remember. I think it might have been one of the central ones, but I'm not certain.
I think it might be in the maze as well, but also... Oh dear.
Maze after bomb shoot clip?
Oh, so it's right side maze then? Okay. Well, he has Song of Time, so he can just get up there then.
He also has hover boots, so he'll be fine.
Lots of methods to do that. So we have Jin, about an hour after they found Bow and Hookshot, finally going into forest.
Jin, I think, does have a tendency to stay child for a while. So, yeah, apparently this was the best time after going adult. They decided.
There's Water Bosky for Dotso. Dotso's gonna leave right away. So, I mean, honestly, like Dotso and Emo are not that far behind Egg, but, like, they are basically, like... Let's call it, like, a...
Fueling Dotso.
I don't know what he's doing.
He seems to be doing... Oh, is he beer shotting? Because
yeah, see?
Well, I didn't know you could do this.
I mean, what?
I didn't even know that was underneath there.
Wait,
I didn't know that's cool.
What did I just watch?
He wasn't doing an entrance point glitch there, so apparently you can just shoot down below there. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Learn something every day from this game. Good lord. Got ourselves one of the PKR emotes. Nice, nice.
If you just saw in Jin's side, he did the strat with the Poe cutscene skip, and then it looked like you're trapped in there. And I've actually reset because I thought I was trapped. That's not the case. You are able to just backflip if that happens to you, and the thing will go down. So no problem.
Is there another magic in water?
Dotso doesn't have magic, so it would be. Oh, in GTG, a second magic in GTG. Wow.
Wait, really? The magic's behind Strength 2 block. Oh my god.
Wow.
So you have to go GTG for magic. Wow.
Wow. Also, Almond Dog, yes, the goal here, this is the DDR rule set. The end goal for this is to beat Ganondorf. In order to do that, they need to collect 1 stone in order to open up the Rainbow Bridge, and they need to collect 5 medallions in order to get Ganon's boss key. And that on top of the items to beat Ganondorf will have to beat the game.
No, my favorite thing about OOTR is that exactly, Keymaker. My favorite thing about OOTR is you have these incredible runners who make these insane plays, and then sometimes you just watch them like lose their minds for a bit. For example, like Eggmeister voiding himself in shadow like 3 times in a row at the entrance. Like, incredible player, has made some awesome choices. Also, just jumped into the void a couple times for no good reason.
It's a void warp, you know? It's voiding, you're warping back to the thing. See, this is why Keymaker and I pause when we equip boots. To avoid jumping into pits. Yeah, RNG manip, that's true. Yep.
Yeah, he's clearly making it so that light arrows aren't boomerang locked.
Yeah. He's actually making it so boomerang is light arrows locked.
Oh, wait.
That's the true RNG manip.
Hold on a second.
Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. How that works? Don't worry.
Trials could be on. That would make it work.
Yeah, that could be risky. That is true, Key. If you gate clip and the key lineups. One thing to be careful of if you're starting DDR, because the logic assumes glitchless, it is possible to key lock yourself out of Shadow Temple if you do the gate clip that we're probably going to see pretty shortly, and there ends up being no key in the back section. You can accidentally make it so you can't complete the dungeon, or you can't access every check in the dungeon.
Sounds like save scumming is the answer to that.
Yep. Yeah. You save scum and hope. You can also, since he has FW, he might do that as well. If he doesn't find a key, just use FW. Because the real problem only comes if you open the door that to get to.
Wait, I'm sorry. ISG lets you do that? Oh right, ISG means you don't fucking fall. I forgot about that.
Yep, ISG, one of the nice properties, ISG, where you're considered clashing your sword, you don't fall. And that is allowed under the rule set. We don't allow bomb hovering, which is when you use a damage source. But it's not our fault that we happen to have ISG and the ground falls beneath us. That's not our fault. So it's, that's fun.
Oh yeah, right. Totally unintentional, yeah?
Yeah, it's unintentional. We just happen to be standing and the ground, for no reason, vanishes below us. That's not our fault. That's not hovering. That's fine.
Oh my god. This rule set, I swear. Maybe the game should have thought about it before it tried to drop us into a bottomless pit of despair. You know what? Valid. You know what? Fair.
It's the game's fault, is what we're saying.
Oh, God.
Yeah, gravity is overrated, and we just don't wanna.
I guess I'll try defying gravity. And that's all I can give you because of DMCA.
Yeah. So we'll see here. It looks like is going for the gate clip. This one's pretty easy. If you ask any of the DDR runners, you're probably going to get a different setup for how to do this trick. So there are plenty of ways to how to set up, and everyone swears their method is the best. So if you're looking to learn that trick, there are tons of methods for it.
I have this sudden inspiration to make what is effectively an AMV hell of things that happen in OOTR races, because there's man, like I was always like, oh, standards, you see basically the same stuff, but I have seen things today that like this is incredible.
Thank you, Caldor, for the tier 1 subscription to ZSR.
Keymaker, my method's the worst. I just don't care.
It's accurate, yeah.
But is it more swag, Keymaker? That's the question. Yeah, it's DDR.
We are coming up on the 2-hour mark, so it's probably a good time to remind everyone they're watching the DDR restream on ZSR. DDR is a glitched rule set that's designed to be between standard and no I'm wrong warp, that allows a lot of the quality of life glitches while banning some of the most powerful glitches in the game. In terms of our restream today, eventually it's going to load up. I'd like to thank my co-commentator Lexicat, as well as our trackers that we've got here, MC Paula, Tomaltech, Quagsire, and Jodo with J. We also have our runners that you can see on stream, Dotso, Eggmeister, Emosoda, and Jin. You can find their... It's R. That's letters are hard. You can find their Twitch streams here. I encourage you to give them a follow. Most of them regularly do DDR stuff. If you're interested in trying DDR stuff out yourself, you're welcome to join the OOTR Discord. In the DDR discussion channel, you can ask around it there. We also have a preset on the web, with a web build, the dev online web. Words are hard. The online dev build of OOTR. You can check out the DDR preset if you want to try out our settings there. With Dotso in GTG now, he is not going to be super far away from his magic either. So is pretty close to at least light arrow mode. Similarly, Emosoda has basically the same progression. Emosoda and Dotso are basically neck and neck at this point. Egg definitely has a lead, and Jin's a little bit further behind. Doesn't have as much progression in dungeons as the other ones. Now, what Egg is hoping to find back here is the boss key, which I don't think he's found yet. Since once he finds boss key, he's probably just going to go straight to the boss, and basically hope that light arrows isn't in here. So he has enough keys. I don't think he'd have an issue. Yeah, it looked like Egg did gate clip, then went and did the room with the Gibdos just before it, and then kept going, is what it looked like. And there's that boss key. I'm not sure what that was for. It's because he had its equips in a different spot. There you go. This is another great use of a hover slide. All you do is you have this one's even easier than the water temple. All you do is you get a super slide backwards and equip hover boots, and that's enough speed to cross that gap, and you don't need bow or anything like that. Ooh, he's going for 1.0 strat. So there is a quick kill you can do on this boss. Ooh, I think that's fine. That was not the quick kill. So Egg went for the slow version of the quick kill, also known as the normal kill. Yeah, that was almost a soft lock, so that was a little bit terrifying. When we're returning to the quick kill here, we'll see. I think Dotso usually goes for it, so we'll probably get to see it on there. But what we're referring to, you can drop a bomb before the fight starts, and that hits Bongo's hitbox, and then you can jump down and kill him before the fight even begins. Oh, true. Iwasoda doesn't have hover boots, so once they get to Shadow Temple, they can do some mega flips, but that is going to be a little bit slower than doing hover boot strats. Correct, a herd of bronies. So platform exclusive, referring to things that only work on either VC, emulator, or EverDrive. Notable examples of that, at one point it included equipping Deku Stick as adult. That's no longer the case, but that's still not allowed, because that requires equip swap. But there are tricks like that are specifically what platform you use. Version exclusive are okay in this, since everyone plays on 1.0 with Rando, so those are allowed. Notable example of that is what we saw earlier with Blank A. That's perfectly allowed regardless of your console. Also, thank you, Lord Nanfoodle, for the subscription to ZSR. So, Himosoda in the like room is currently as Sloth has so elegantly put it, yummy link yum yum.
Oh god.
Much to the disgust of absolutely everyone.
Why did I come back to that? I stepped away for a moment and it's like, oh yeah, I'm sure I'll come back to seeing some cool stuff. Yummy link yum yum. Oh god.
Hashtag blame Sloth.
It's a very exciting time. We're about to see pretty soon here where the light arrows are. My bet's on Baronade, so
If you haven't have your bets in, get them in now.
yeah, exactly. Anyone who wants to place their bets on where light arrows are, go ahead now.
Also, yes, Herd of Brownies, you're indeed correct. Bongo Quick Kill is also 1.0 only. It works since all of the random ROMs are based on 1.0. It works in all of these. So, yeah, I'm not mean enough to go full Sloth and try to make those slurping noises. You know.
I would murder you. Oh, that sounds awful.
Egg not hessing up these stairs. Dot chain.
Alright, here we go. Everyone cross your fingers. Zora's Domain!
So
That's
DDR
pretty
stands for
easy.
Dungeon Door Requirement. It's referring to one of the requirements in the rule set is that you have to open the boss doors. The intent using by standing in front of them and pressing A with the boss key if you need it.
Oh, please
and you
be
have to
Mweep.
access the dungeons
Please,
with...
please be Unfreezing King Mweep.
Oh, that would be interesting. Especially our players wouldn't need to actually use the letter for that. or even blue fire, but it could be an interesting one.
Watch, everyone's gonna go child, so I really want people to go child, go through all of child domain, get nothing, and go ... Oh fuck, it's Weep.
Yeah, thankfully, in DDR you can access that without much trouble. And Key, I think it's because it's already got a hint, and I think part of the coding for the hints is that foolish areas can include things that are already hinted. I don't think it counts. I think it's strictly for like the always hints, though. I don't think it's like for the other types.
Right, but I don't think domain was foolish this time. It was Fire, Fortress, and Kokiri Forest. Yeah.
Oh, then might also be that the foolish locations are incorrect. That's also possible.
Yeah, the foolish locations I'm pretty sure are Fire, Kokiri Forest, and no, it's Garuda's Fortress, not Dora's Domain. We know GF is foolish, and it's on that list. It's not Dora's Domain.
That might be my fault. I think I forgot to reset the hints and I've not touched them since. So that's probably from the last one here.
Yeah, it's Fire, Kokiri Forest, and Gerudo Fortress, I'm pretty sure.
So hashtag blame Trez.
Is Fountain Ice in Gerudo? I thought we saw a Fire Foolish hint. Maybe it's just we've been following the tracker thing over the thing there, and that's been thinking Fire's been foolish the whole game because of that.
So what are the actual foolish locations? If you're not
Paula says Fountain, Ice, and Gerudo Fortress.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with that.
Yeah. Always trust the trackers.
No, you don't actually need Rudos to do domain.
Yeah. That was a perfect Navi dive. I don't know what you're talking about, Key. One slight advantage Dacho is going to have once it comes time to finding those light arrows is that he already did the child one, so he's going to know to go adult for it.
Oh god, right! He did all of Child Domain. It is on King Leap. Oh my god.
It's gonna be it's not gonna take that long though. So so Egg is definitely still going to have an edge when it comes to completing or getting those light arrows, but.
What checks are in domain? It's the dive, the lighting the torches. Yeah, lighting torches, dive, and King Zora, right? Is that all the ones that are in there?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. I love that King Weep was sitting on the light arrows the whole time. That's why he was frozen. That's why Ganondorf put him on ice.
It does make sense. It makes sense if he was sitting on the fire arrows, that would have defrosted him. So It makes sense that it was light arrows and not fire arrows.
That's what makes the ice red.
Makes sense. That's how physics works, so it checks out.
I mean, yeah, you could get the right refraction, and so you get a different wavelength of light, and there you go. Like theoretically, that actually could work hilariously.
Who needs theory though when we have OoT logic?
It means that he was an idiot and froze himself.
Yeah.
And he can stay there.
Rip Egg. Egg wanted to go for a faster shot by using Din's Fire. Doesn't have enough magic for it, unfortunately.
Oh no. Oh.
Feels a bad man there.
Yeah, he'll just have to do fire storage.
Either that or he's going full balls to the wall and lighting all the torches. Ooh, that's going to be risky. I wouldn't go for it. Don't. Okay. You do not need Ruto's Ladder to unfreeze King Zora. Ruto's Ladder is actually just completely useless. The only thing you might need it for, Ruto's Ladder, is to empty it out and get a bottle. That's the only thing you might need it. In one trick we're probably going to be seeing...
Because we do Weep Skip, right? Yeah.
You can do Weep Skip as Child. There's another version of it that you can do where you do like it's not a ledge cancel. There's a term for it. There's some tricks you can do as Child in order to skip it, and you don't even need to do the like jump that you do in Standard. As Adult, it's the easiest trick in the game. You just target a wall and jump slash a different wall, and you're done. What we're going to be seeing though as Adult is them loading King Zora in a particular way, and that causes the red ice to not load correctly. And
so we're not even going to use Blue Fire. We're just going to see him like misload the ice.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's a pretty cool trick, and one that's as long as King Zora isn't moved, it's
all right.
Fairly
Who's ready to
do.
see Egg flick their shield when they realize it's on King Zora? Oh no, no rage. Darn.
No rage.
I know lots of runners who would absolutely give a little rage flick of their shield after that. That's cool. You have to wonder if they're just going to pick up Blue Fire anyway, but I would like to see that trick.
I doubt any of them are going to pick up Blue Fire, since you need to go to... well, you could... They do have access to Ganon's castle. So
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure most of our players are going to be doing that, because going to Ganon's castle is definitely slower. And unfreezing them the unintended way is more swag. So it's like win-win. So Emo Soda here is struggling a little bit with this Mega Flip. If you've got cues, as we mentioned earlier, there's really nice visual cues you can use. Bombs, technically you have more frames to do it though, so if you're going for it unbuffered, notably if you're on emulator, bombs are a little bit easier to do that. I think Dotso has mentioned you have like 2 frames for the roll and 3 frames for the backflip, though I'm not certain. I'm not positive that's correct.
I would believe him, and also terrifying. Absolutely terrifying that he knows that. Yep, Egg's not even going to get some Blue Fire. He's gonna go do that little trick.
Yeah. Songs are hard. This is accurate. It is a well-known fact that the hardest trick in the game is correctly playing songs the first try. It is the hardest.
Honestly, at this point, if I was Emo, I would just do the ISG thing. Like, you failed the Mega Flip how many times now?
Well, the ISG thing won't help you here, since you still need to cross this gap, and Emo doesn't have any any hover boots, so actually needs to do this Mega Flip.
Where were hovers again? Oh, in the light trial, right?
Yeah, light trial.
I thought Emo did light trial.
I don't know. It was in the second part. It was the one that was on ZL. But I don't know if they did that one.
Did he skip the ZL one? That would be weird. Also, are you Canadian?
Yes.
I am too. And I hear you saying Zed. I'm like, that's a Canadian.
Yeah. Objectively correct in my subjective opinion.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah. Look, I'm from Newfoundland. So.
Oh, a Newfie?
Yes, of course, bye. I love my home province, and also people can't shit talk my home province anymore because everywhere else in Canada apparently sucks at preventing the vaccine, except for us. We're doing it great.
I'm in Quebec, so I definitely can't say anything. I'm in Montreal specifically, so.
Oh yeah.
On the top right, we will see Egg going for the strat that we mentioned. Where you do a bunch of jumps, and then he's going to talk to the sign. And this causes, you can see the red ice, which is weird. and normal, and oh look, it's gone now.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, bye. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. All right. We can call ourselves Newfies. We can let other people sometimes call people Newfies, but Goofy Newfie, that is some unacceptable verbiage. You're not allowed to say that.
The winning bet was Trez Kitchen Sink.
Oh my
Accurate.
god.
If no one gets it right, I always go with the memeiest one, and that was the memeiest one in my opinion.
Jesus Christ. I guess frozen fish is closest to being in Trez's kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Wait, is
Maybe?
Zora Main actually Trez's kitchen sink all along?
I guess so.
Does he have just a giant fish sitting next to his tap that just sits there and has the water run directly underneath him?
Yes.
Man, that seems like a safety hazard. Trez, you should probably get them to move.
It's fine. If there's if there's ever any danger, then you just hear constant squeaks throughout the entire place.
That makes sense. Just foolproof. 10 out of 10. That does make sense. You need to defrost King Zora. That makes sense.
Why is Emo in spirit?
That's the... Are they looking for hover boots?
Yeah, I think they gave up on the flip. Oh yeah, no. Trust me, there's lots of like just fun, casual Newfies are stupid racism in anywhere past like Quebec into the west side of the country. It's actually fairly depressing.
Newfoundland is the Florida of Canada.
That's
usually
not
how we
even
go.
true. Cause
I mean, in terms of the jokes.
No. I mean, okay, I guess that much. But like, there are areas of Canada that are way more like Florida man, people doing stupid things for no good reason. Newfoundland is way like kinder than Florida, like in a lot of different ways. Like Newfoundland's like the. It's no. Shh. It's like Texas in a way. Like Texas is known for being extremely hospitable, but also very like backwoods sometimes in certain areas, and that's very Newfoundland. There's like a couple of big cities, and then everything else is like everything else
Fishing.
is rural everywhere. Yeah, it's rural as hell. Honestly, they're best kind out there. Like you gotta like if you ever get a chance to go up to Newfoundland, go around the bay, go up to Port aux Basques, go to St. John's, go to Corner Brook. Just some of the best kind of people you'll ever meet there. Really, really, truly kind folk.
Meanwhile, we'll see Egg starting phase 2 of Ganon, so he's going to be done in the next like minute or two.
And Dotso right behind.
Yeah, Dotso still has to go get his light arrows, but for him it's going to be a lot faster since he already knows it's adult.
And Emo would be right there with them if he hadn't given up on the flip. I feel like Emo decided I can find Boomerang or Hover Boots and be fine, and just decided that he was done with Shadow. Which, honestly, fair.
Yeah, I think they wanted to... They're hoping either Boomerang or Hover Boots in here and just be done. GG for Egg.
Yeah, GG Egg.
Now, I try to remember, how did Egg get into the bottom of the well?
Egg used... I think Egg did a dive. Or did he
Song
do
of Storms?
Stone first?
I mean, Egg did the two clips past the block, so it's definitely better than Dotso, but it's a little dot shame, but hey, it's acceptable. At least Egg did the two block clips. Yeah, it was actually because of those two cutscene skips.
Oh yeah,
that's
the
clearly
couple of
it.
seconds. Is that why? Yeah.
I mean, clearly that's the only explanation I can think of.
Do we have Egg coming in for an interview?
It looks like Void is asking in race chat.
Parfait.
Parfait. Everyone likes parfait.
Oh, parfait's delicious. No, I'm one of the weird Newfoundlanders who also kind of grew up with French and English at the same time, so I speak both languages, which is very uncommon in the province. That is one of the few things, you won't see a whole lot of people speaking French in Newfoundland, or if they do, the accent is truly something to behold, because Newfoundland English is its own vernacular, and oh my god, seeing them talk like that and attempt to speak French is truly incredible.
Yeah, if you're looking for French, I think Montreal is a better bet than Newfoundland.
Absolutely, just a little bit, right?
Just a little bit.
The one thing that St. John's and Montreal have in common is poutine. Both those provinces love their poutine. It's insane. You can say poutine if you want. I don't care.
Poutine. Gotta affricate, We do see Dotso is about to do that trick that we mentioned previously. Same thing that Egg did, and it's probably going to be the same thing all of our runners are doing. Didn't do it quite correctly there. Where you load King Zora incorrectly. There we go. By talking to the sign. And then moving backwards. And then when you reload, the ice is just gone. Why this works? Because OoT.
OoT's very strange.
Something heap.
They found Boomerang! Emo found Boomerang!
Emo Soda found Boomerang. That's actually quite lucky.
They're just gonna go do Javu instead. Wow.
That is one of the nice things, and it's partly why we like, in the DDR community, the 1S over 5M. It basically means that you're never stuck finding one specific item. Or almost never. You're going to need to find one item that can be anywhere in the world. It usually means you can find one of a couple, and so it tends to be less of a slog to just search the world.
Talk about getting bailed out, though, right?
Very much. Very nice find there for Emo Soda. If you are watching this and want to learn the trick that Dotso just did, we encourage you to join the OOTR Discord. You can go and ask around in the DDR discussion channel. Tons of people there will be more than willing to help you out, learn whatever you want to learn. And the nice thing about the rule set is it's specifically designed such that playing completely following the standard rule set is also a valid playstyle. So it's still allowed in DDR. So you can just add glitches as you feel comfortable with them. If you just want to do that one trick you saw there, or you just want to do ISG, it's totally fine. I play on EverDrive, and it's always amazing seeing this fight without lag. I didn't know there were so many frames in this room. Oh, and I think Dotso has hammer. One trick you can do in this fight, which is pretty swag, so it's pretty fun in DDR. If you super slide into this cutscene with Ganon appearing and hold the shield button while you do that, it doesn't trigger the animation for Link losing the sword. And for some reason, because OOT, that means you don't actually lose the sword.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So
Because
you
OOT.
just have Master Sword the entire time.
Yes.
OT is
OOT is a video game.
No, it's not. It's about 5 different video games because apparently it's broken enough to be usable in those ones. Like how do you make a game this badly coded and still have it being this incredible? Like it's. I love OOT and I think I hate OOT at the same time. Oh, dude, Cyberpunk! Yikes! Don't pre-order games, kids. All right, that's your
Hashtag
that's
not
your
even once.
that's your actual lesson of the day. Don't pre-order games. I mean, you're not wrong, Ghost Matter. I mean, you look at GoldenEye and GoldenEye's speedrunning thing. There was like a whole period in GoldenEye where people didn't know that looking down went faster until some dude was like, "Yeah, I think I moved faster in this level for some reason," and they investigated it, and I don't think they believed him at first, and then they had to do that. Wow, Dotso, 3rd place. Wow.
Oh.
GG.
GG Egg.
That was a fun seed.
I can only imagine.
Not that bad though.
Yeah.
Like the most annoying thing was King Zora having light arrows. That was annoying. Mostly because all the warp songs that seed were borderline useless. So that was fun. Like just give me Bolero, Serenade, or Minuet. Just one of those would have made it a lot faster. But
Counter offer. How about none of them?
yeah, just give me Requiem when I don't even have to touch Colossus at all.
Well,
Thanks.
you got Nocturne. That gives you enough, a little bit of mobility to go back to Kakariko, at least.
Sure. But, I wanted a Lost Woods access.
That's fair.
Which any of the other 3, give me that.
So, tell me about, I mean, obviously, first, 45 minutes of the seed, you're going to be doing basically the same thing everyone else. You're going to go through all the standard checks. You went through Deku, that kind of stuff. But tell me about your first time you went adult. What was your pathing thoughts about when you went adult and why you chose then to go adult and what you sort of did from there?
Well, usually my normal route is to go Deku and then straight into adult. Just because I want to get to adult Kakariko as fast as possible because of just the quantity of checks. It also helped that we got Bomb Bag and Deku, so I could just easily throw Dodongo's Cavern into Goron City into Crater extremely easy with that, as well as with adult. With Bomb Bag, that effectively means I can do Windmill, Sheik in the Crater, and Sheik in Meadow. So I get 3 song checks that way, which of course you want songs very early on. They just make everything faster. Of course, most of the songs were garbage. I think it was Sun, Epona, and Time, so completely and utterly worthless, but whatever. Rando be rando sometimes. Sometimes Windmill is ZL.
Epona helped a little bit to get you across the GGG for necessary magic, but
yeah.
No, it's basically they're all
Necessary is a
useless.
strong word.
Yeah. I mean, I had a hook shot.
I mean, what I mean by necessary magic is that both magics were found in GGG, so you had to go in there to at least get magic. So,
of course, both of them were in there.
The other one
Also,
was in there too.
GG Dotso.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, .shame Dotso. Not doing either. Playing Song of Storms to enter bottom of the well and lifting both big blocks for the gold gauntlet blocks. I mean, come on.
I didn't have suns, and I didn't want to waste bombs. If it's faster, you can't shame me.
Yeah, that's not going to stop us. Sorry.
If I have learned anything from my first experience with DDR today, it's that they absolutely can and will, and that being fast is not what's important with this category.
Yeah, going fast is like a nice benefit sometimes, I guess.
So I wanted to ask. I guess you kind of led with like what items you found and stuff with Jabu, but what was kind of your pathing like? So you go to bottom of the well at some point, right? You find everything in bottom of the well, a couple strengths, hook shot, a bow, and where do you kind of go from there? Like I was thinking like that would be like a forest immediately, but some people did some other stuff before going to forest. So like, what was your thoughts like after that?
I mean, at that point, I think we were in the state where we needed something. We needed magic, of course, at that point. At least for me, when I was in bottom of the well. So I want to find magic, mostly to be able to beat Shadow, but also because I need it for Dwarf. On top of that, at that time, I didn't have hovers or Longshot or Rang. So I need one of those to be able to beat either Water or Jabu. So I'm still looking for items. And while Forest isn't a bad play, I think there's 9 items there, and you don't really have good songs to get there. So I went immediately into Ganon's Castle, because Ganon's Castle has a lot of items. And of course, that gave me hovers, and at that point, it's like, okay, well, I can do everything. I just need magic, so clear dungeons. But usually with me, until I get down to the point in which I'm like, I need one item. When I get there, I'll be like, okay, it's just dungeons. I'll do dungeons, hope that the item just falls into my lap. But when I need 2 items, I'm going to go towards the areas that I think are going to help me out.
So you basically, like, you clear based on, like, density as opposed to progression until you kind of have, like, the ability to, like, do all the progression, and then you go from there?
Yes, mostly. Because most adult dungeons are not... like, for example, you don't want to be going into water looking for an item. You're not... Most of the time, that's not going to pay out.
No, there's, like 4 actual checks in that place?
I think, is it 4 or 2 items? No, it's 4 items. 4 items.
It's 4 items, yeah.
Fire's like 5. Forest is 9. I mean, like, Shadow and Spirit are decent, but even then, they're relatively slow. So besides, like, Deku and DC, like even if DC was a useless dungeon reward for me this seed, I still would have done it just because it's so fast and there's so many checks.
The worst part about Jabu, besides like the speed, like having to get into Jabu, which is its own kind of nightmare, but like Jabu would be so nice in like a amount of checks thing if you didn't have to do Baronade, because it's so quick otherwise, and then Baronade just like doubles the time it takes to get everything.
Yeah, but you'd also need Rang for most of it. I mean, without Rang, you're looking at 2 checks you can do. You can do Rang check, and then you can clip past the tentacle to do Bubble Room, but that's going way out of your way for those checks. At least maybe you could do Fountain with that, or Domain, but yeah. That's... I
mean, Fountain and Ice were both...
yeah, they were both Baron.
So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So what was what were you like, what was your pathing like after? Because I know that I think you were the one who didn't do Deku first. I think you went... No, was that Emo Soda? No. Yeah, you went straight... Yeah, you went straight after Deku. Someone didn't do Deku. I think it was Emo Soda, but...
I didn't do Deku, yeah.
Yeah. So what was your thought process on that?
Didn't have enough rupees. Didn't want to farm, so let's go adult. And then when I found the bomb bag, I'm like, yep, I lost.
Well, honestly, not even by that much. You came 3rd by like maybe a few minutes, honestly. Like not even that.
No, yeah, that 6 minutes is the bomb bag. Is it
I don't know what you're talking about. It's clearly that you lifted up those 2 rocks. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. But yeah, it is one of the unfortunate situations in this particular case that ended up being a really good item in Deku. So
That's why you always go Deku first. Never skip Deku. But that's just
Okay, let's just go back to the other like 4 races I've won where I skipped Deku.
We don't talk about those because they don't help our point.
They don't help your arguments, so you ignore them.
Why is Dotso third, not second place, Volcanic? Because Sage came second between when Egg finished and Dotso finished.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't even that bad. We had 45 rupees going into the shop.
I had 30.
Huh.
30 coming out of Midos.
30. Was it 30?
Yeah, Midos had 2 recovery hearts, Big Poe, and a Bloopy.
Because you would have had...
I had 31 coming out of Midos' house, which isn't enough.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I went behind Midos, got 36, then 41, and then you just had to come out of shop once.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that. I need 35 to go to the shop.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 10-second time limit.
Oh god, not only did
Jin
Jin
dying in
Void
shadow.
died. Oh no.
How deep?
It's been a rough seed for Jin.
Died in the wind tunnels.
Oh, voided again.
Oh, Dotso, I did want to ask you.
I think
in
Jin
Water
might
Temple,
be done. I think Jin...
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It does seem to still be going, which is good. Powering through.
Yeah. You can do it, Jin.
We believe in you, Jin. I did want to ask you, Dotso, in Water Temple, after you got the boss key in the map chest, you then did a trick to like hookshot like the underwater chest, which is just below. Mm-hmm. Do you need to do anything for that, or is that just like a positioning thing? It didn't look like you were doing like a weird shot or anything.
Position and hookshot extension. That's it.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't even know that chest was directly below the map room, so that's pretty cool to know. I'm guessing you're doing that on the off chance it was like light arrows.
Yeah, at that point, I think I still needed magic and light arrows, so I was like, yeah, it's right here. Might as well check it.
Yeah, just
the one thing I didn't do where I was like, oh, I'm right here, I might as well check it, was King Zora.
Oh, nice. I didn't even touch
the I hit the stone after water, and I'm like, okay, well, I can just check King Zora before I go to GTG, but I hate that clip, so I was like, yeah, screw it.
Yeah, I didn't touch Domain. I didn't touch that entire... I touched ZR, but until Ganon told me go to Domain. And of course, I went there as child first, and that was a waste of time.
I mean, you have a 66% chance of that being right.
Yeah. I mean, it's faster because I didn't have Serenade, so it's like, whatever. It's 2 more checks.
Also, I say 66.6, and I start wanting to go into the Scott Steiner WWE math rant, so... You got a 66.6% chance, but I'm a freak of nature. So I got a 133 and a 3% chance of beating you. Yeah. Scott Steiner. It's Scott Steiner.
So stupid. What were the 2
Jin, no.
opportunity? The 2 other opportunity hints.
I honestly couldn't tell you because I don't think I saw them. The only one I saw was DMT.
Yep.
Yeah,
like I don't think any runner saw anything but DMT opportunity because it was Lon and bottom of the well, but Lon pointed to bottom of the well, so it was one way at the hero effectively.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Yeah, I think Jin might be done.
I was trying to figure out the entire seed, whether it was 3 stones or not.
Ganon's and GTG,
but I don't think it was.
Oh, thank you, Sage. So yeah, Magic Penguin 1 is
Ganon's and GTG.
Magic Penguin 1, in case you're wondering, is Sage. So if you're looking to find a second place runner and you want to check out what they did, you can check out their Twitch channel and check out their VODs. And while you're there, might as well give them a follow, you know?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That wouldn't have really changed much. Where were they, Sage?
GTG opportunity hint is quite nice though, because that could point you there earlier.
Yeah, it would point you to Magic.
Well, there's also depending like Bomb bag and arrows were in there too, or bow.
Oh, this heathen reads like Hylia hints.
I'm sorry. Do you have the right to say that when you or wait, which one of you didn't throw the or through the blocks?
That was Dotsu.
Okay.
I mean, the one, because I do the super slide strat, it's still faster to clip that one, but because you have fast throwing, it would have been faster for me to just lift up the fairy fountain one.
Yeah, but less cool, so objectively worse.
I guess if you pull the bomb early, it would probably be faster just to clip there too, but I did play Song of Storms, because that's definitely faster.
Yes, Volcanic. It's A, B, C, always be closing. And apparently Sage checked the back of Lake Hylia hints after doing water, because they were looking for magic, which is where I think everyone was, so that makes a lot of sense to me.
I mean, at that point, I had all of GTG to go through, so I was like, whatever. There wasn't many other places for it to be. Like, worst case scenarios, like Spirit, locked behind Mirror Shield. I thought about that for, like, the entire seed. Once I saw Mirror Shield was on
Bigoron. Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, Magic on Twin Rover, second one in Shadow, that would have been fun.
Gross.
I think Lexicat was also suggesting Jabu locked behind Boomerang would also have been a fun one.
Oh yeah, that would have been fun. Did anyone get Rang?
Yeah, Emo tried for about 10 minutes to do the backflip onto the Shadow Tongue. Couldn't get it. Eventually said, fuck it. Went into Spirit looking for items. It was like, I'm either finding hovers or I'm finding Boomerang, basically. Found Boomerang and went to do Jabu instead, so.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have assumed it would have been... And the Baron hints were pretty good, too. There was
These were great Cavern. Hints, but the way of the hero hints sucked.
Oh, yeah. That's a long way the hero always sucks.
To be fair,
in DDR,
your guys' Baron hints were okay. We had way better Baron hints and on the Twitch channel or on ZSR. Our Baron hints were fantastic.
I mean, they also lined up because there was nothing in any of the Baron hints that were there.
Except for Magic. Oh, they've been updated.
No, G2 wasn't on the list. It was Fire and Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, Fire, Kokiri Forest, and Zor's Domain was the other one that we had on our list.
Oh, right. Yes, Zor's Domain was on the light arrows.
Jin's trying to Hess. I think. There's Super Slide. No, it's Hess.
Yeah, well, Emo's gonna quickly find out where light arrows are here, and then feel very, very, very sad.
On their tracker, they do have it marked out already.
Oh, do they? Do they already grab light
on
arrows?
their personal tracker, but they don't have it in their inventory, so it must be a misclick.
No, it's just phantom light arrows. They'll appear when he needs them.
Oh, also Dato, because I think you know off the top of your head, Mega Flip with a bomb, 2-frame roll, 3-frame backflip. Is that correct?
I don't know. It's so lenient. I've never counted.
So I was wrong when I said Dato off the top of his head.
Oh no! That's honestly a better answer. Like, you have to understand. He was talking you up the entire seed, like he's like, you can see into the matrix, and I'm just like, all right, and very impressed. And honestly, I'm more impressed by the answer. Yeah, it's not even worth trying. It's not worth it.
Just don't ask Dotso whether jumping off an Armos is a glitch or not, and you're good to go.
Wait, what? It's not, right?
It's not, but it could be construed as a seam walk.
It's not Asterix.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's Standard's fault for banning seam walking without fully investigating it, but it's their problem now. Glitchless is doing the hard work.
Yeah.
Is seam walking in Glitchless is allowed, right? in speedrun?
We don't know yet. It's up for
Okay.
debate and vote.
We don't know yet. Oh boy.
That's
TBD.
quite the answer.
We know how it works though, so that's good.
Yeah, you walk up a seam.
Well,
Magic.
seams don't exist. Is basically how it works. You
It gets
walk
more
on the wall.
complicated.
Yeah,
All I know is it works, and I don't really care why.
it's basically a quirk of the collision system. Like, it's intended to be able to walk on the top of a wall, so that you like don't fall into the void where a floor meets a sloped wall. But then that same logic applies in crazy locations.
Oh, was Minuet on Prelude?
Temple of Time, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, sorry
Makes
is all the access to forest was behind stupid Jabu.
Fun. A lot of Hyrule Field this seed.
There's lots of chances to use those bombs in Deku. Practice hessing, super slide.
Got opponents. And then regret using an opponent because the opponent's stupid.
Not wrong.
Got caught on the stupidest collision. I'm like, how? Oh, where were irons? That's interesting.
Irons were on adult archery in Kakariko.
Oh, yeah. I did never do that. I guess that makes sense. I went early. Didn't get bow until bow on the wall. I just assumed the long way the hero was going to be garbage and just went adult, pretty much. Because it's rarely ever actually matters. It'll probably be something stupid like, oh, it's Saria's and ZL's and Minuet, and you definitely need Saria's to get past Mido. Totally. Yep. Something
Definitely.
stupid like that.
In this case, I think it was pointing to bottom of the
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, it was Song of Storms, which is
but also
equally
not-
useless. So, yeah.
Oh, hey, Emo did actually get blue fire. See, I told you someone was going to get blue fire.
Imagine
He's
using
not
blue fire
using
to
the
cross King Zora.
sign.
To be fair, it is harder to do when it's King Zora's moved. So
That's true. You got to turn around.
got to turn around.
Yeah, you can't just side hop. You got a 180 turnaround. Yep. Oh yeah, because Rudo's was Hyrule Field somewhere. Oh, he got long shot too. Where was the other hook shot?
Long shot was in forest. Bosky
Oh.
Chest Forest.
Oh, makes sense. I don't think I got any items in forest. Just Bosky and the well and immediately go to boss.
Yeah, both of you did the cutscene skip reversed through forest.
Post-skip? Yep.
Yeah, post skip, cutscene skip, whatever. And then after reversing through forest, found Bosky and immediately dipped out from forest after that. Didn't do the rest of it.
Yep. Always assume there's garbage in adult dungeons, and usually pays off. Sometimes not.
Except for Deep Shadow typically has something you need, especially when you don't go there.
Yeah.
Or it could be that one async or that one seed that Cheer generated that had all the bows. In Foolish, it's Shadow Temple.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Oh,
Ooh, Emo just barely missed a 1 cycle.
I don't understand how do you people do this fight with all of these frames? Like, look at all these frames that you have on here. I don't understand. I play with a PowerPoint presentation.
oh yeah, because isn't emulator terrible?
EverDrive, yeah. It's
EverDrive. No.
yeah.
I know an emulator getting ISG off Dwarf was like stupidly stupid. It was unnecessarily, the lag. Fun.
I think I've gotten ISG off of Ganondorf exactly once in my life on EverDrive, and I felt super proud.
Yeah, that does sound terrible. Don't need it for the 1 cycle, but does make the
All
1
right.
cycle free.
We're gonna see Emo come in around 250, and well, Jin's a bit of a way away.
Yeah, Jin's currently going through water.
He doesn't have
Just
long
missed it.
shot or hovers though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he can't get to the boss. And then so he doesn't have magic. Oh, he does have magic. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did
Jin
shadow,
actually
right?
went super early into GGG as child.
Yep, that sounds like a Jin thing to do.
It does sound like a Jin thing.
I have a lot of questions for Jin, if I'm being honest.
Jin just has fun.
Jin went to child GTG before doing DC. Which sounds like a Jin thing to do.
Yeah, that's just normal for him.
It did get to see some cool tricks though, so I appreciate it. Getting to show the child strat.
It was really cool to see the child strat and to see child in GGG. I don't know if it was the right thing to do for a race, but I mean,
what we mentioned, time isn't really important. The goal isn't to go fast. That's crazy.
Right. Exactly. You've given me a new perspective on this. God.
So I think Void said something came up, so we're going to need to wrap up pretty soon. So I'll take this opportunity to remind everyone watching that this has been the DDR restream for the monthly restream for the DDR races. If you're looking to try out the DDR rule set, you can check out the DDR discussion channel in the OOTR Discord, where plenty of people will be willing to help you. If you want to try out our settings, they can be found on the online dev build. You can try out the DDR preset, which has all of our settings, as well as the hint distro we use. Finally, want to thank all of our staff here, or all of the volunteers helping out. Nope, I have to hit exclamation mark first. So thanking my co-commentator Lexicat, as well as our runners, some of which are here. We've got Dotso and Egg, who are both with us on voice chat. We also want to thank our other runners, Imasoda and Jin, for being on Restream. And finally, thank our trackers, Mikapala, Tamaltek, Quagsire, and Joda with Jay, for helping out and actually noticing where everything is, because it's possible to do that while commentating.
Thank you to everyone who came out today and all the runners who got to show some really cool things off. This has been a blast, honestly. So hopefully you get some more people into the DDR sort of side of the community and keep growing and stuff, because this is a very cool setup. I guess is the way to put it.
Yeah, thank you for outroing and everything. Unfortunately, we have to cut things short due to some time constraints we've got right now. But I'm going to host Jin now as a thank you for being on Restream. That being said, I hope everyone enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.